Clean up. Clean up, clean up. Wait. What's up, y'all? We in Legal Money, Season 3, Week 9. And we gotta get into some predictions as well as some disciplinarian stuff. Stop. Clean up. Pick this stuff up. You know, we gotta get into that. What I want to say first. You know, the thing about these leagues, right? People ask me over the last few Maddens, like, yo, why you don't do a money league? And I said, nah. I said, the thing about a money league is that you got to really be on top of stuff more than we are now, right? It be a lot of funny stuff going down in these regular leagues. You know, money league is a whole different ball game, you know? And it's a headache, and I definitely don't have time for that. So that's why I don't do money leagues. But even without doing the money leagues, you still see some of the funny stuff that goes on. You know what I mean? So just imagine if money's on the wood. So that's why I don't get caught up in no money leagues. You know what I mean? I keep it just regular. And it's just free leagues, and you see that someone is always still trying to get an edge. Over the years doing these leagues, somebody always probably did something they had no business doing, right? But most people, well, I ain't gonna say most, some people who did stuff that didn't have no business doing stuff just owned up to it, and that was that. But you know, this is why y'all heard me say several times, I don't respect a lot of guys in these leagues. I'm just going to keep it 1,000. I mean, I just don't. You know, there are a lot of guys that say they nice and say this, but I don't. You know, when I see somebody, hey, stop with that. Wait, come on, play this up here. When I see somebody running with the speed burst, you know, I see somebody utilizing the glitch, pressing that R1, stop. Wait, when I see somebody pressing that R1 to switch hands because that's a glitch that the game allows, you know, it's like, come on, dog. Like, we know that that's something that allows you to run fast that shouldn't even allow you to run faster. But you get guys that do it. You know, I don't say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? But it just shows me something. You know? I don't play in people's leagues no more like I used to, because you get a lot of commissioners that do a lot of fugazi stuff. Stop. You get a lot of commissioners that do a lot of fugazi stuff. You know, make their players superstar. You know, give a whole bunch of guys on they team all type of speed. You know, so that's why I stay in my own lane. Wait, I stay in my own lane. You know what I'm saying, and partake in my own leagues. But you know what transpired in the chat today, you know, to me was just crazy for a lot of reasons, you know. And one of the things is that a lot of times in situations, the more somebody talks, the worse they can make a situation. Because, you know, after a while you start looking at them like, yo, wait, are you serious or are you joking? You know? So, hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. So yeah, so, you know, like, and then after a while, a lot of stuff that was transpiring wasn't even making sense. You know, Bucks, for all those that, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what went happen or whatever, but Bucks played the Bears, right? The Bucks played the Bears, and like late in the game, they ended up cutting the cast and did some funny stuff. And the thing about it is that this is why we don't let nobody play the computer. A couple of Maddens ago, and a majority of y'all was in here, when we used to let guys play the computer, you had guys that knew how to glitch, like they knew how to cheese the computer. So they would run all the way back to the 1 yard line to get 99-yard drives. You know, so once we realized that, we was like, oh nah, ain't no playing no computer. You know what I mean? So that's why we've been saying, yo, if a computer team is in the league, it's a forced win. You know, because we didn't like that. So we've been cut that out. But then you had two users decided to do it with themselves. You know, and that's why the stream was cut. You know what I mean? The stream was cut, then they started doing funny business, and then all the excuses that they gave was just worse. You know, worse than the one that they used prior to the one that they just said again. You know, I seen DP say things like he don't need this and he don't need that, and whether you do or don't, if you really felt that way, why did you pull a stunt? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by when people say things, it don't even make sense, because on one breath you say, y'all don't even need a traded quarterback, but yet you doing funny business to get a traded quarterback. So like at the end of the day, was the risk worth the reward? You know what I mean? Like I don't understand why that even came into play. You know what I'm saying? Like, why y'all? You know, the thing about the league that y'all say that what makes my league dope so much is because, you know, the guys that's running it and the users that we have, that's what makes the league. But when you get people that start doing whack stuff like playing against somebody and trying to chew clock in the first half, like, come on, man. Like, you know, that's the type of stuff that can really kill a league. Now, I'm not gonna worry about that killing my league, because, you know, we built these leagues from the ground up. So little dumb stuff like that not gonna kill a league. But what it does is that, you know, we know that what's allowed was not allowed. You know what I mean? So only thing you do is put yourself on blast. And this is why I say talk about casting and stuff too, because and I was just talking about casting about a week ago when I was talking about I'm not even telling y'all to cast so you can be scouted. You know, I'm saying cast so in case some funny stuff happening like this. So just imagine if we didn't have no rule for casting. That means the two users that pulled the funny stunt would have did that and just got away scot-free. You know what I mean? Like, and this is why, and me and Bap talk about stuff about the rules, and we always say we don't try to make too many rules to handcuff the league. I know I definitely don't be wanting to do that, but then you have to come up with stuff to counter stuff because people do funny stuff. So even remember now when we told y'all if you got a breakout game, take a picture of it, right? Take a picture of the screen showing and then showing against your opponent as well, because what happened last Madden, all of a sudden you got a lot of guys talking about, yo, I had a breakout game, I got it, they ain't give it to me, right? So even though we know that that was a thing, people took it overboard. You know, it was everybody and their mother saying that in the DM. You know, yo, I got a breakout game. Yo, they ain't give it to me. You know, it was just all type of funny stuff. So then we had to make a rule for that to say, yo, you got to show X, Y, Z. You know, so it's like we owe a lot of rules that we make is only to counter the funny stuff that people do. You know, we don't just sit here and think about, all right, what should we do? What rule should we do? You know, what new rule can we add? We don't think about stuff like that, but we come up with stuff based on what was presented to us. Kari, wait a minute. Based on what was presented to us. So, I hate, like I said, I hate doing even the whole trade approval thing. Okay, I don't like to be telling nobody, yo, you good for the trade or you not good. Like, I don't even like getting into that. But we do it for the betterment for the league from the past experience that we had with all these trades. And the funny thing now about trading is that I think this Madden has to be the lowest traded percentage that I've seen, probably ever. Because any other Madden we play, the chats is buzzing with trades 24/7. There hasn't been a lot of trades on this Madden. I don't know if that's because guys felt like they got raped too much and they scared to trade. They don't know how to trade. I don't know if because guys feel like, you know, based on a couple of things that I said that it felt like it registered. I don't know, but I know on this Madden there ain't a lot of trades made like it was before, you know. And again, I'm not telling nobody they can't make trades. I'm not telling nobody the trade got to be 50-50. There's pretty much always a winner and a loser in a trade. You really going to get a trade where it's 50-50. But, you know, this is why we come up with certain things, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come up with things to try to counter what's what that will water down the league. We trying to keep these leagues rocking. We ain't trying to get these leagues watered down. You know, so, you know, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was very disappointed at the stunt that they tried to pull. Because at the end of the day, it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, we already try to do little, like, and just think about it. We try to do little stuff to give to the league already. We say, yo, if you got a Monday night game and you win, get a couple of attribute points. Give you a chance to play spoiler, to get an upgrade and get attribute points depending what position you in. We try to give back on that. When you play on holidays, we try to give points and say, yo, if you play on this holiday, you know, you get points for that. So we try to do little stuff, you know what I'm saying, just to help people out, you know. And at first I was saying game of the week, but the reason why I changed that is because you can mess around and have same 4 or 5 guys that can have game of the week for a whole month straight. So I was like, you know what? That's not fair to other guys who record might be bad. So you know what? Let's just do Monday night. Monday night, it don't matter what your record is. The schedule is the schedule. It could be 2 or 0 6 teams playing against each other. But guess what? Whoever wins get the points. You know what I mean? So that was something that we came up with. You know, we try to do little stuff, and then that's not enough, I guess. You still get guys that try to come and do fugazi stuff, man. So it's like it's never enough, no matter what you do, you know. But the penalties already handed down. BAP already took care of that, but man, I'm telling you. And then on to the new Madden, there's some more changes coming. You know what I'm saying? There's some more changes coming to the new Madden. Like, just like I told y'all, there was changes coming on this one from the last one. There's going to be more changes coming, and the changes is could be the rules, could be the users. You could look around now and see certain people that's in the chat, or a few dudes that's in the chat now, they ain't gonna be in the chat next Madden. You know what I mean? But changes is coming once again. You know what I'm saying? And we only keep doing that to try to keep the league smoother and smoother, because even though the league is smooth, there's still too many things that happen that should not be happening, especially for us to be doing the league this long. This ain't our first year, this ain't our second year. So certain things that's still happening should not be happening. So therefore, it's like, all right, cool, make some more changes. Keep making a change until, everything is running so smooth that, you even forget that this commission is in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we're trying to get it to ultimately. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna front like that. That was real disappointing to see, because it was really uncalled for. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show you how desperate people would get, just to try to get ahead. But then, you get people that say this and say that and act like they this and act like they that, but yet trying to get ahead. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, dog. Like, I'm a commissioner, right? I'm the one that set the tone. So you ain't gonna never see me doing no funny stuff like all of a sudden you see a guy, a superstar X Factor out the blue. And if you do, go check my records. Look at the progression history. It's all there. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never pull no funny stuff like that. I ain't never have nobody, weak, and then all of a sudden you look up, the dude is official. You know what I'm saying? I just don't do stuff like that. And if it ever gets to the point where I need to do that, then I might as well put the controller down and just give it up. Like, if it get to that point for a free league, I might as well just hang it up. You know what I'm saying? Because that means this joint is taking a little bit more control over me than I wanted it to. You know what I mean? And once it come to that, it's just like, all right, cool, it's time to let this joint go. This joint taking a major hold on me where I got to start bugging out and doing things out of character now. Just to say that I got to win in a free league, this ain't even no bread in here. You know what I'm saying? If it was bread, I'm still a snake and still a sucker or whatever else you want to call me for doing that, right? But at least it was for bread. But that's not even in my character neither, though. I'm just one of them dudes, man. I believe you get back what you put out. You know what I'm saying? So when you do dirt, you get dirt done to you. So if this was a money league, I still wouldn't be violating doing no funny stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if anything, I would clean up even more what I do. Prime example, you see how I let y'all pick teams in here for a free league? If this is a money league, I won't do that. Because now it don't matter. It don't matter about who do this or who do that. You know what I'm saying? When the money league, when money's on the wood, we all starting from the same line. It don't matter who a commission. Nobody get no first dibs over nobody. So if this a money league, no, BAP don't get no Ravens. You know what I'm saying? If this a money league, nah, BAP don't get no Ravens. BAP, we all gonna have to do the random joint, and whoever you get is who you get. You know what I'm saying? So if this was a money league, I would do everything different. But this ain't even no money league. This is a free league, and you still get people that still try to violate and take all the little shortcuts that they can. You know what I'm saying? Yo, when I play dudes and they be hitting that switching hands button just to run faster, I be over here rolling. I be like, wow, dudes really be going all in just to try to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, listen, I receive it how I give it. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna lose my way, I'm gonna win my way. But bottom line is my way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting up here all of a sudden trying to jack nobody for how they play or jack a joint. There's certain plays that I don't even like to use because all of a sudden I see a bunch of people using it. So now I feel like a lame for even using it. I feel like I'm jumping on the bandwagon now. That's just the type of dude I am. And don't get me wrong, I'm entitled to use it. It's there. But I'm just the type of person that if everybody using it, I don't even want to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, nah, I'm good. I'll figure it out on my own. That's just how I'm wired, man. That's just the cloth that I'm cut from. I don't believe in going. If everybody going right, I'm going left. If everybody going left, I'm going right. And don't get me wrong, me going right, it might not work out in my favor, but guess what? I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But that's just how I move, man. I ain't with the funny style stuff. And I think that's why most of y'all that's here been rocking with me so long, because y'all already see how I give it up. Y'all already see, like, yo, I ain't going front. Like, yo, I played in a lot of leagues. Yo, this dude Q, man, he don't be doing no funny stuff. You know what I'm saying? I could rock with him. You know, and it is what it is, man. Like, I ain't pulling no funny stuff, but the stunt that these two pulled and then came up with a thousand bozo excuses, it's like, yo, come on, man. Like, the only thing y'all did was really show y'all colors. Y'all just showed y'all character. You know what I'm saying? That's all that did. Y'all exposed yourself. And that's why I'm telling Live Kid, like, yo, bro, you come in the chat co-signing, yo, I don't think they would do that. Well, guess what, bro? They did it. So now when you say you don't think they would and they did it, so now what? Do you feel any different about them? Probably not, because you probably already knew that they did that, but you was just pump faking for them. Either way, I'm just saying, sometimes you just got to stand down, bro. Like, don't come in saying stuff for dudes, and if you don't know what's going on, then keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? Try to find out what's going on, but don't come in saying what somebody didn't do. You know what I'm saying? Because if you thought that much about them, then that means they should lose some points with you now. Because if you're gonna jump in, and say what they didn't do, and you going based upon because you feel like you know them, and now that they got exposed, I'm just saying. So now what? You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, that joint was weak. You know what I'm saying? Then people, they saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Yo, I cut the cast because I was just some other party. Yo, man, it was just one crazy excuse after another. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just reading it just to see if anybody was going to man up. To be honest with you, I no longer care. Nobody had no leg to stand on. The footage was there for you to see. You know what I'm saying? The funny stuff that went down. I only kept looking in the chat what was going on just to see if anybody would man up. And once you get your hand caught in the cookie jar, that's it. What you gonna say? Oh, I was just checking to see if it had to be cleaned out. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what your hand doing in the cookie jar, man? Ain't nobody talking about. Ain't nobody wasn't handing about. You wanted to see if it was dust inside. Why is your hand in there? Bottom line. So I just wanted to see if anybody was gonna man up, you know. But of course, that's not the case. And even after the punishment was handed down, now you got this dude, Seb, talking about, you know, wrongfully convicted. Yo, what? So now you just gonna die on your sword, huh? You just gonna stay with your story and that's it. You ain't even backing up off it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gonna kind of study saying what you saying regardless of what we saying. So you saying, yo, don't believe your eyes, believe me. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna go with my eyes. You understand? If it walk like a duck and quack like a duck, it ain't a mongoose. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line. So, I mean, like I said, man, I just couldn't believe, you know, the funny stuff that dudes be doing. You know, like, is it even worth it? And then the crazy part is, besides the punishment that you dudes received, only thing y'all did was make people look at y'all crazy now from here on out. Ain't nobody gonna look at y'all straight up now. Everything you do is gonna be looked at funny style. You know what I'm saying? The Super Bowls is got an asterisk next to it. Like, everything is questioned now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing that y'all gonna do from this point out that's gonna look legit. It's gonna look crazy. And that's the messed up part. And for what? Like I said, I always said I never understood, you know, a lot of chat that go on in the chat, because it ain't even no girls in there. It's a bunch of dudes, you know. So a lot of stuff that gets said, I never even understood it. You know what I'm saying? Dudes trying to impress dudes that they don't even know. Like, I don't even care if I did know all 31 users in here. Like, I don't care if I knew all of y'all personally. I still ain't gonna say certain things out my mouth. For what? And I mean, and then the crazy thing is, Rico played DP yesterday, right? And DP was having a fit. Now, mind you, I don't even think Rico quit the game, because his game been bugging out lately. You understand what I'm saying? So, and it happened, yeah, it did happen against him and Claude several times. But guess what? He played the game back. So I can't see somebody quitting the game just to play a whole other 4 quarters. You understand what I'm saying? Like if he would have said, "Yo, Claude, just take the win," then I ain't gonna front. It's looking shaky. But for that man to run it back, who does that? Who quits the game just to run it back? So no, I don't think Rico quit against him. But the reason why I'm even bringing this up because it's like, yo, DP, when that happened, yo, man, you wanted to be compensated. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to be compensated for what happened between you and Rico. And you're not even wrong for wanting to be compensated, right. By the way. You understand what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, dog, how could you make all that noise for that? And then you get caught doing something that's 10 times worse. So even if Rico did quit, that's nothing compared to what y'all two just did. I mean, again, man, it's just certain things I'm never going to understand. And I get that. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I don't even want to understand it. Hey, if y'all do have a reasoning for why y'all do stuff, then keep it amongst yourself. I don't even want to know, you know, because like I said, it ain't that deep. You know what I mean? It's really not that deep. Like that joint was really uncalled for, man. And like I said, and the most mind-blowing thing is that this is a free league. That's the part I can't get out of my mind. This is a free league. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no bread. This ain't nothing. This ain't for no gift cards. This ain't for no kicks. This ain't for no, you know what I'm saying? This ain't for nothing. This is straight just bragging rights. And dudes still insist on doing funny stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, but again, this ain't nothing new. We done been down this road before. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been doing this league stuff for a minute now. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's just always something. Every Madden, you can definitely count on something happening that's crazy. You know, and here we are once again. You know, here we are once again. But, hey, man, like, when you make that bet, you just gotta lay in it. You know what I'm saying? Accountability. You gotta take accountability. You know what I mean? If you got the goal to try certain stuff, then you gotta wear that. Don't go pointing the finger and talking about nobody or talking about dudes just want to see this and nah, man. Accountability. You did it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Like, it's no more to it. It's really simple. You know, if you decide to partake in something you shouldn't be partaking in, and you get knocked, that's it. Just wear that. You know what I mean? If I decide to get with some dudes to go grip up, and we say, yo, we're gonna go take down this bank, and we get knocked, or I get knocked, should I say? I'm not telling, yo, you know what I mean, yo, the other dudes, or you know what I mean, yo, they got us, come out. What do you mean they got us, come out? I'm knocked. If y'all in the bushes hiding, that's it. Y'all got away. Ain't no, yo, that's it. They got us, man. Come out. Like, what am I saying? If I decide to get down with that, I got to wear that. If I get knocked, you know what I'm saying, you get away, yo, take care of my family. Hold my family down. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I don't need to get caught up in that mix, period. You know what I mean? If I ain't built like that, then let me just stand down. No, yo, y'all got it. Yo, man, I ain't getting involved in that. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? That's just what it is, yo. Like, I'm not gonna get down with something and then sit up here and try to act like I don't know why it happened, or you know, yo, I ain't the only one. Man, yo, I tell you, man, some of us live by different codes, but it's cool. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But man, let me get to these predictions. So, Bills and Chiefs played earlier. I'm guessing Bills won this one 34-31. You know, it looked like it wasn't no 2 clock on this time. Like they played regular game. Bills got the monkey off his back. Finally took out the 2-time champion. It's the first game that the Chiefs lost in. Going back to what, week 1 from last season? Heck of a run, man. You know what I'm saying? Heck of a run. You know, and you know, it's good to see him lose though. I ain't gonna lie. It's good to see him lose. I ain't here to watch Claude keep winning all the time. You know what I mean? And Claude, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Claude, my guy. But it's good to see him lose. I can't front. Man said he had 38 game win streak. Like, come on, man. You know. But yeah. So that streak is over. So guess what, Claude? You're gonna have to start a new streak. You know what I mean? But good win for Buffalo, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a close game. It was a good game. Both offenses came and showed out. Bills won this one 34-31. Now the question is, how will the Chiefs bounce back from this loss? And how will the Bills handle this loss moving forward? Will he have a hangover from week 9 going into week 10 because he's so hyped about the win? Who knows? We'll see. But we'll see what direction both these teams going from here for the rest of the year. Aviators and Dolphins look like this game is underway. I'm going to take Dolphins in this one. Aviators, way too inconsistent for me. One game he'll compete, play good. Next game he gets smoked by 20-plus points. I'm going to take the safe bet. Safe bet is Dolphins in this one. If the Dolphins don't win this game, Dolphins is I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go out on a limb and say if the Dolphins lose this game, because right now the Dolphins got 4 losses, which is pretty surprising. If they lose this game to the AFC East opponent, who's not even the opponent that he's battling with, to be honest, his battle's with the Bills. But if Dolphins lose this game and fall to 4-5, I think the Dolphins going to have to shake that, going to have to make some moves and shake, rattle, and roll with that roster after the season. That's my personal opinion. Next, we got Seahawks and Vikings. It looked like this game is underway. As far as I know, it seemed like the Vikings have the Seahawks number. You know what I mean? So if you're just getting here, Bap, you're going to have to go back to the beginning, bro. I already got into what I need to get into. You know what I mean? I done said my little things about what I need to say about. We on to the predictions now, bro. And Bat, what you even doing on here listening, bro? You over there at your family house, man. You supposed to be over there. You done slid off to hear the 5th quarter. You slid off to hear the 5th quarter like the 5th quarter is really like a real program on ESPN or something. If anybody see you slid off, like, yo, they gonna be like, yo, Bat, what you doing? Who you listening to over there? Yo, you listening to something with some game? They gonna be like, yo, man, who this? They gonna be like, yo, who this dude on there talking like he what's the name from Sports Center, Stuart Scott? They're like, yo, who this dude on there talking like he's Stuart Scott? You know, but Vikings been having the Seahawks number, you know, and it just be like that sometime, right? You look up against certain people, or you home, and you look up against certain people, and you realize, like, man, I done lost 3 or 4 straight to this dude. I don't know if it's that many, but I mean, I know the Vikings bumped them out the playoffs. Then they played again the following season, the regular season. Vikings won again. I don't know, man. Vikings just got a little personal win streak on him. But y'all know what I always say. All streaks come to an end, whether it's a win streak or a losing streak. Look, somebody that just had a 38-game win streak, it took a while, but the streak is over. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing on the other side of the coin. If you're on a 38-game losing streak, eventually you're going to win one. So even though the Vikings been having a Seahawks number, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think Seahawks comes to this game knowing that, you know, he got to get a win over this team, because this is a team he can most likely run into in the playoffs. I think Seahawks get him this time around. I'm going to go Seattle 24, Minnesota 20. Next, we got Giants and Cowboys. Good game. I think the Cowboys got 2 losses. Giants got 1 loss. Giants ain't playing around this year. They learned their lesson. Giants actually missed the playoffs last year. So he's looking for some get back. Right now, he's off to a good start. He's going to look to try to show the Cowboys, you know, I'm still feeling some type of way for missing the playoffs last year. But I'm not going to lie. If Drake could come into this game and not turn the ball over, I like his chances, but I don't even think the Cowboys even have their quarterback situation taken care of. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but we'll see. But I'm going to go with the Giants in this one. I'll go G-Men 37, Cowboys 24. 37-24 G-Men. Next we got Browns and Ravens. Quietly, Snub been getting back into his bag. You know what I mean? Snub just came back to the league. He's been out of touch for a little while, but he's getting it back. But I gotta say, on some BS plays pretty good with these Ravens. You know what I'm saying? I've just seen him pull out some big upsets with this Ravens team. You know, so we'll see how he can do against his division rival, the Browns. I'm gonna take the Browns to win this one, but I think it's gonna be pretty competitive. Give me the Browns over the Ravens. I'm gonna go 34-30. Next, we got Washington and Raiders. Third World took out Activists 37-23. Raiders actually made the playoffs last year, but right now I think they're like 2-6, something like that. Playoff hopes not looking good this time around at all. D3 looking to make a second half adjustment with this Washington team. I think D3 is poised for a good second half run with this team. We'll see what happens, but this is a good start right here. Niners and Lions. Trey Dog is out of town, so the win will go to Corvallis. Then we got Oilers and Wizards. Oilers won this one 21-14. This is a good win for him. This is a division win. The Wizards had 3 losses. They now drop to 4-4 with this loss. Nice win for the Oilers. You know, both defenses played pretty well, not pretty good. Both defenses played good. The score was only 21-14. But Oilers, you know, look like he's trying to, you know, week to week, like he's trying to get into his bag and do what he needs to do. But good win for him this week over his division rival. Colts and Broncos. Carnage going against Black Star. This is forced for the Colts. Carnage didn't play his last game neither. I got to find out why. Is he away or something? Because he didn't play his last game neither. You know what I mean? So got to find out what's going on, man. Because you know we ain't doing that tanking stuff, man. Like, and this ain't even this week. You know, like I said, he ain't play again against somebody else the week before, 2 weeks before this one. So gotta look into that now. You know what I mean? Might be some more sanctions coming down. Jags against the Black Knights. This game was played a few minutes ago. Jags won this one 31-8. No, this wasn't division win, but good win for the Jags. Defense showed up in a big way this game. Bucks and Huskies. Bucks won this one 45-31. This is the game I'm talking about where the funny stuff happened. You know, each team had like 2 touchdowns scored apiece with, I want to say, like within a minute. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just all type of wild stuff went down. But nevertheless, Bucks got the win. Eagles, DK took out the Falcons 26-14, took out Josh. The Eagles was 0-6. Eagles now 3-6. Like he's trying to make that late push for a playoff berth. He can do it. You know what I'm saying? He can do it. So, but he's also coming off a trade too. The Eagles made a big move that I don't think too many people even realized. He traded Jalen Hurts, and he traded him to the Huskies. So Philly now has Josh Fields with a ton of picks, with like 2 firsts, this year's first, next year's first. Might have even been next year's second, this year's second. You know, a lot of picks that went down. Huskies gave up a lot for Hurts, and that's the other part about it. Like, you trade for Hurts, you get you a good quarterback, and then now that quarterback is looking like an average Joe because of the funny stuff that you did. Wasn't worth it at all, man, at all. But any case, good win for the Eagles, man. Falcons, we already know the Falcons are baller. So for the Falcons, for the Eagles to be, you know, the slow start, for him For this to be his third in a row, it's a big win for the Eagles. Saints and Jets. Don't know what happened in this one, but nevertheless, this one turned into Nightmare Elm Street. Saints won 38-0 over the Jets. Murph is just, doing what he do with the Saints. Pretty much. Like I said, man, Murph's one of them guys that he gonna do what he do. And if you let him do what he like to do, it's gonna be outcomes like this. He ain't trying to do nothing different. He ain't really trying to, no matter what your record is, he gonna come and do what he like to do. And if you ain't stopping it, it's gonna be a long outing for you. But good win for the Saints. They blew out the Jets on the road at that. Fans went home very unhappy. Next, we had Cards and Monarchs. Monarchs is the Panthers. Cards, I think they won like 4 in a row or something like that. I believe they started out 0-4. They're now 4-4. Cards is getting it together. They're starting to find their groove over there with this team. Don't know what's quite going on over there with the Monarchs. Anytime you give up 64 points, you already know that's extra laps for the whole defense in the next practice. But like I said, Cards on a nice little win streak, 60-something points. So offense look like it's in the groove. We'll see what happens moving forward. But Cards blow out the Monarchs. So tomorrow is the advance. We in week 9. We will be in week 10. And anybody that just now tuning in, if you want to hear what I said about what transpired early in the chat, just play it from the beginning. I get into what I need to get into. But we in week 9. We going into week 10. We second half of the season, and it's about that time now to lock in and gear up for that playoff run. To those that's in the making of for a playoff run. So. But I'll get with y'all on the next one. You know what I mean? I'll see y'all on the next 5th. Y'all know what it is.